When you do it, you got to do it. You got. Otherwise, why bother? And that's the only. I mean, that's an excitement for me, to work and do that. But I don't take it seriously. Afterwards, it's finished. The actor's life to me is rubbish. Nothing to do with it. And that's it. Pass on to the next phase. The thing I liked about it was that I'm sick and tired of the Hollywood movies about gangsters. They always romanticize them, and they sympathize with them, and they made them into sort of folk heroes and that. And I found, not offensive, I don't find that offensive at all, but I found it's been done so often. That's how, and they're not, some of them are not, and this guy wasn't. And I think that if this movie had been made by a major Hollywood studio, he would have a different ending. He'd have ridden off on a white horse, and they'd say, God isn't he wonderful in the end. And this is anti what Hollywood would have done with the picture.
Yeah. Dear Val. Why should we be interested in a man who is so immoral, who is such a heavyweight criminal, who's caused so much grief, who's murdered people, who has arranged that people have become drug addicts, who has sold illegally substances that ruin other people's lives? Why should we care about him? And of course, Leo is a tragedy, and Leo is a man who is a weak man, but we feel sorry for Leo. And so here I was making a film about a very heavyweight criminal that we might have to feel sorry for, and that raised all sorts of issues.
Smashing.
Right, coffee.
If the phone never rang again, if my agent said, you're never going to work again, I say, I'm delighted to hear that. Thrilled. Now I've got 52 weeks of the year for myself. What do you do other 42? Nothing. I do nothing. I'm capable of doing nothing. I think that is heaven, to achieve that in your life. You wake up without anxiety. You wake up without any sort of, anxiety is the word. You go to bed saying, I've achieved it today. What have you achieved? Nothing. I woke up with nothing, I'm going to bed with nothing. Isn't it smashing?